Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all? I hope all of you are well and safe and concentrating and studying at home with your all the study material. Cambridge International School has started e-learning for you people only. Okay, so that you can be very comfortable with your studies. Myself Rita from Cambridge International School, Dasua, and today I am again in front of you to clear the chapter The Cold War Era, and together we will make it more interesting and easy. Topics we will be covering in this video: arena of the Cold War, challenges to bipolarity, new international economic order, India and the Cold War, and the chapter will be finished. So the Cold War era. Before going to further chapter, let me tell you the introduction about the Cold War era. Actually, when Second World War was ended, it was the beginning of Cold War era, because two major countries were there fighting with each other to prove themselves as the powerful country of the world. So now the war begins. यहाँ से लड़ाई शुरू हुई. And today we are going to further topic, arena of Cold War. The same content and the same topic you will get from your textbook from page number 7. So arena of Cold War. The Cuban Missile Crisis that we began with the chapter, if you remember, the several crises that occurred during the Cold War. The Cold War also led to several shooting wars, but it is important to note that these crises and wars did not lead to another world war. इससे एक और लड़ाई तो नहीं लगी, but Cold War जैसा था कुछ. ठीक है. So now here you are watching on your screen. I have written Korea 1950-53, Berlin 1958-62 and Congo early 1960s. ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या था? Division of Korea occurred at the end of the World War II. North Korea USSR और South Korea US. So North and South Korea continued a military standoff with periodic clashes, and the conflict survived the end of Cold War and continues of this day. तो इसमें आप यही लिखोगे कि दोनों सुपर पावर जो थी वो they were poised for direct confrontation in Korea and in several other places, Korea, Berlin and Congo. So crisis deepened as neither of the parties involved were willing to back down. कोई भी पीछे हटने को तैयार नहीं था, झगड़े और बढ़ गए. So when we talk about arena of the Cold War, we refer therefore to areas which crisis and war occurred or threatened to occur between alliances system, but did not cross certain limits. Limits तो उन्होंने cross नहीं की थी. So non-aligned movement, NAM, non-aligned movement, एक नई movement की शुरुआत हो गई थी. Because sometimes countries outside the two blocks, for example the non-aligned countries, played role in reducing Cold War conflict and averting some grave crisis. ठीक है. अब दो blocks बने थे, तो some of the countries like India, हम लोग भी ऐसे हैं that we never wanted to participate in any block. ठीक है. तो non-alignment movement gave the newly independent countries a way of staying aloof of the alliance. हमने दोनों में से किसी में भी शामिल नहीं होना था, because we never want fight, we never want war. So founder of NAM, because you will come to know the two great personalities. Actually total 5 great personalities were there who were known as the founder of NAM. The same question you will write in your copies today. If you have written the same question in your copies earlier when we were just learning in the class, so no need to write, otherwise you will write in your copies on extra pages if you are having, or assignment pages, and tag them into a folder. So two great personalities you are watching on your screen. Founder of NAM, non-aligned movement, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Joseph Broz Tito from Yugoslavia. So here we come to know that NAM played crucial role in mediating between the two Koreas. So in the Congo crisis, the UN Secretary General played a key role. So by and large, it was realization on a superpower's part that war by all means should be avoided. हर तरीके से war को रोकना चाहिए. तो जो war नहीं चाहते थे, they become the member of NAM. वो NAM के member बन गए. As the Cold War rolled from one arena to another, the logic of restraints was increasingly evident. So further you are again watching 3 more personalities. After Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and one more personality, now you are watching 3 personalities over there on your screen. Yugoslavia's Josip Broz Tito, India's Jawaharlal Nehru, which you have seen in your previous screen, Egypt's leader Gamal Abdel Nasser, who had a meeting in 1956, Indonesia's Sukarno and Ghana's Kwame Nkrumah strongly supported them. इसको अच्छे से उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया कि NAM होना ही चाहिए. These 5 personalities. So new international economic order. Before going to further topic, let me clear you one thing. Before doing this, let me clear you one thing, because you have to read out the challenges of bipolarity. अब ये bipolarity क्या था? Because the same topic you will get from your page number 10. Fine. Here 3 factors are given. So those 3 factors you will learn only. You will not write in your copy. Those 3 factors you will learn only. Fine. So now we are going to do new international economic order. New international economic order aims at the restructuring the existing institution and establishing the new ones, which will govern the flow of trade, technology and capital resources for the benefit of the whole world in general and the developing country. अब ये वो इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर था जिससे हम पुरानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को नया बनाएंगे और नई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को और बढ़िया बनाएंगे फॉर द ट्रेड एंड टेक्नोलॉजी एंड अदर रिसोर्सेज. इसमें वन मोर क्वेश्चन यू विल राइट like the same I am telling you. The global trading system according to the UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So they brought out a report in 1972 entitled Towards a New Trade Policy for Development. ठीक है. तो इसमें global trading system में they have given 4 structures. These 4 structures in front of you, the same factors you can get from page number 11. This question you will not write in your copy, directly you will learn from the textbook. So the least developed country, LDCs, should be given the control over the natural resources. उनको सबसे ज़्यादा control दे देना चाहिए, which are exploited by the developed countries, जो developed countries ने खराब कर दिए हैं. दूसरी बात ये थी, they should be given access to the western market. उनको western market का access मिल जाए, so that they can sell their products and therefore make trades more useful for the poorer countries. Third, reduce the cost of technology from the western countries. And last, least developed countries should be provided greater role in the international economic instructions ताकि वो least developed countries भी आगे आ जाएं. Now India and the Cold War. अब हमने तो कभी भी लड़ाई नहीं चाहिए, ठीक है. So as a leader of NAM, non-aligned movement, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the head. India particularly care in staying away from the two alliances. हम हमेशा इनसे दूर रहे हैं लड़ाई से. फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर में भी दूर थे, सेकेंड में भी दूर थे, कोल्ड वॉर में भी दूर थे. इफ इट हैपन्स थर्ड वॉर, अगर थर्ड वर्ल्ड वॉर होती है, आई होप कि ना हो, बट एज द डेज आर गोइंग ऑन, कोरोना वायरस डेज एंड डिफिकल्ट टाइम, so there are rivalry between America and China and even Russia also. So big powerful countries are just conflicting with each other. So in future, if war happens, if third world war happens, we India will be on neither side. Again we will be following the policy of NAM, okay, and raise voice against the newly decolonized countries becoming the part of these alliances. So India took international decisions and stances that served its interest of the superpower and their allies. India was often balanced one superpower against the other. हमने हमेशा से ही कोशिश की कि इसको बैलेंस कर सके. So NAM became an economic pressure group. So further we will discuss one more thing, and this question you will not write in your copy. You will directly learn from your book, and page number you will get from page number 12. Yes, here in this page they have given one question, which are the 2 ways. Okay, a non-alignment posture also served India's interest very directly in 2 ways. Okay, so those 2 ways directly you will learn from your book. Now criticism of India's NAM policy. कुछ कहते हैं कि NAM सिर्फ ड्रामेबाजी थी, नाटक था, नॉन अलाइन पॉलिसी का कोई मतलब नहीं था. So critics ये कहते हैं, the same content which you are watching in this slide now on your computer screen. So the same content you will get from page number 12, right side. Here 3 points are given, beautifully written 3 points. India's NAM said to be unprincipled. जैसे प्रिंसिपल था वैसा ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ. Second criticism is it is suggested that India was inconsistent and took contradictory posture. गलत हो गया था ये. Third, India signed the Treaty of Friendship in 1971 with USSR for 20 years. तो 20 साल तक फिर हमने साइन कैसे कर ली ट्रीटी जब हम इसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं, है ना. सो बट क्रिटिक्स तो कहते हैं कि NAM पॉलिसी हमने सही फॉलो नहीं की. इट इज अनप्रिंसिपल्ड. बट माय डियर, so now the question is NAM relevant today? Yes, because I hope you remember that this question you have written in your copy when we were learning in the class the same chapter, Cold War. NAM contains core value. तो किसी core value खत्म नहीं हुई थी, इसकी basic value NAM की खत्म नहीं हुई थी. And enduring ideas, it is based on the recognition that newly decolonized states or newly independent states of Asia, Africa, Latin America share a historical affiliation. ठीक है, and can become the powerful force if they come together. अगर वो इकट्ठे आते हैं तो. It means the poor and very small countries need not to become the follower of any big powerful countries like Russia or America. They could pursue an independent foreign policy. अपनी अपनी foreign policy वो ले सकते हैं, adopt कर सकते हैं, and there is no pressure on the smaller countries to be the part of big and powerful force. NAM is based on the resolve to democratize the international system. It provides an alternative world order to redress the existing inequalities. Okay, and the same question you will not write in your copy, you will only learn and revise, my dear, because आपको आता है ये chapter, we have done. Now this is the time for questions. What was the Cuban Missile War? Which countries were involved in it? Explain the Cuban Missile Crisis. Western Alliance and headed by US and Eastern Alliances headed by Soviet Union. Which 5 members were known as the founder of NAM? And hint I have given you from page number 10. Explain new international economic order. Hint page number 11. और जो last question मैंने बोला NAM का criticism और is NAM relevant, that you will read only or you will revise direct from the textbook pages. So this is the content for today, and I hope I am clear to you for teaching this chapter Cold War. Within 2 days we have revised. Yes, there are number of MCQs and number of questions and also cartoon based question, comprehension based question that would also be shared with you as early as possible. Fine. So your homework is today to revise this half chapter, and tomorrow we will meet with a new video, next chapter revision. Until then, goodbye and have a wonderful day ahead, dear.